Tonight we are hearing from a Utah Valley University student who sued her school, the University of Utah, and the Utah system of higher education.
She says in 2019, a U of U football player sexually assaulted her, and when she reported it to both universities, she says neither provided her resources. Well, now we're following along on the latest development. This month, over 3 years later since it was filed, a Utah judge dismissed the lawsuit.
For you, where do you go from here?
I will not just sweep this under the rug.
This is where we begin Marissa Root's story. We'll come back to this point, but first, we'll start at the beginning. September 14th, 2019. Marissa was 24 years old at the time and a sophomore at Utah Valley University. That night, she went to a house party in Salt Lake.
It was after a game, and they were all drinking.
That's where she says she was raped by a University of Utah football player.
I didn't quite know what to do at the time. I went in the next day to get a rape kit done, and while I was at the hospital, they gave me a pamphlet of different things that I could do. One thing that they told me to do was to go talk to my Title IX office at UVU.
On a college campus, a Title IX office is meant to investigate and resolve claims of sexual violence, as well as determine responsibility and impose any disciplinary measures. So Marissa took the hospital's advice. 1 week later, she went to UVU's Title IX office for help and resources and spoke with an employee there.
So I was trying to express to him, like, oh, the hospital told me to come here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with my schoolwork. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all the things that I need to get done.
Her next step took her to University of Utah's Title IX office, where she told an employee one of their student athletes sexually assaulted her.
Right off the bat, she could not make eye contact with me, that she didn't really know what to tell me because I wasn't a student there.
She says neither school could provide her with any resources. Marissa says her attacker was former Utah linebacker Sione Lund. Marissa did file a police report and press charges. Lund then pleaded guilty to attempted forcible sodomy and was sentenced 2 years ago.
Most people would think you go into 2 universities, you would get double the help.
Absolutely.
Was that the case in your situation?
No, and in fact, it felt like both of them wanted to hand me off to the other.
So Marissa took legal action. In December 2021, she filed a lawsuit against Utah Valley University, University of Utah, and the Utah system of higher education. She argued the universities violated Title IX policies by not helping her when she went to them for resources.
I was so traumatized by my assault, and I was equally as traumatized by what happened with the universities.
Nearly a year and a half later, in March 2023, a U.S. District Court judge decided UVU was not obligated to help since the attacker wasn't their student. They dismissed all claims against the Orem University and the Utah system of higher education. Marissa's attorneys broke the news to her.
It was very disheartening to get that phone call, but I also still had a little bit of hope.
That hope lasted about 2 years, bringing us to now, March 2025. A federal judge found University of Utah was not responsible for the sexual assault its former football player committed, since it happened at an off-campus party. The decision, nearly 3.5 years in the making, leaves Marissa full of emotion.
I was really in shock when he called me to tell me that, because this was years of my life, of like depositions and journal entries.
So where did the university stand? The University of Utah says staff repeatedly reached out to Marissa to try to ascertain the name of the perpetrator. They say when they learned it was Lund, he was suspended and removed from the team. As for the off-campus house party, the U referred us to the judge's notes where he said the university had no involvement or control over the party. He also acknowledged the 2019 Players Policy Handbook guidelines that players should treat women with respect in and out of the athletics arena, but says that doesn't mean the university has control over the context of virtually every off-campus location in which one or more of its athletes attends a private party. And over 3 years, a marriage, and a child later, Marissa says her life is now changed.
Anytime I drive past their school, anytime I will see their teams on the TV screen, when my daughter gets older and she's trying to decide where she's going to go to school, I will not even consider letting her go there for a minute because I know she won't be safe.
The University of Utah says, "We hope Marissa and the people who love and support her find opportunities for healing from this traumatic experience." The university remains committed to engaging in work to prevent violence from happening in the first place. So our story with Marissa ends where it began, where she goes from here.
You have a daughter now.
Yes.
Thinking of her, thinking of other women out there, what is your hope moving forward? For you, where do you go from here?
I have so much knowledge now, and I will always hope and pray that nothing like this ever happens to my daughter or my friends' kids or anybody that I ever know. But sadly, I will know how to direct them, and I will know where to send them and what is an accurate reaction to something like this.
We reached out to Utah Valley University. They say they wish Root the best. The Utah System of Higher Education did not respond to our request for comment.